Let's circle back to To's story. President William Ruto has directed the National Youth Service to allocate land for relocating those affected by floods, which have tragically claimed 40 lives. Now, speaking after chairing a meeting of the multi-agency response team on floods at State House in Nairobi, the head of state said the government has come up with a multi-agency approach to contain the floods. As KTN's Emmanuel To now reports, the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya leader Raila Odinga has urged the government to declare the floods a national disaster.
The raging floods caused by the heavy downpour currently being witnessed in the country has forced the government to convene a crisis meeting to address the severe floods that until Wednesday claimed 38 lives. President William Ruto has directed the National Youth Service to provide temporary shelter by allocating land for the affected.
I already told the National Youth Service to provide some land for us to relocate some of the people who are in the most dangerous parts of Nairobi. And so I think in that context, what are the flashpoints and how do we, ahead of time, deal with those flashpoints?
All internally displaced persons will be facilitated to find alternative settlement. In extreme cases, the National Youth Service will provide shelter to the most vulnerable members of our society.
The government has at the same time established a national flood emergency multi-agency team and response center to address the flooding situation. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua saying the center will be based at Nyayo House under the Ministry of Interior.
This afternoon, and shall be domiciled at Nyayo House to monitor what is happening across the country and initiate immediate interventions to save lives and property.
The head of state had on Wednesday engaged leaders in counties and regions affected by the ongoing heavy rains and directed the Ministries of Interior and ESC, Arid and Semi-Arid Lands and Regional Development, and the National Youth Service to immediately respond to the situation caused by the floods.
I also asked the military, and I'm happy the Minister for Defense is here, to provide some of the capabilities they have to support citizens. I was very happy yesterday they worked with our teams in different parts of the country, including Machakos and other areas.
These as the Azimio leader Raila Odinga urged the government to declare the floods a national disaster and establish an emergency fund to aid victims.
The entire country, as we talk today, is in a situation of a national disaster. Therefore, it is important that the government moves with speed to mobilize all the national resources available, in the country to deal with this situation.
The situation remains dire across the country as more people remain displaced following the floods.
I believe that as a country, we can do better than crying for help when rains come and crying for help again when rains fail. We can do better.
The weatherman has predicted above average rainfall in the upcoming days, urging Kenyans to remain vigilant. Emmanuel To, KT News, Nairobi.
All right, we will be